بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وبعد. Whenever Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam would sit in a gathering with his companions and share any advice with them, very often when the gathering would come to an end, he would recite a particular dua. Almost every time he would sit with them, he would recite a particular dua. There were many duas he recited, but there was a specific dua that's very powerful. And we may have heard of this dua before, but the meaning, the richness, and the usefulness of this dua, sometimes we overlook it. It's a very lengthy dua, so we're going to go over it part by part over the next few days. So, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam would say, اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك. Very lengthy dua, but this is the first part, which translates as, O Allah, grant me khashya, khawf, awareness of you, O Allah, so much so that تحول بيننا وبين معصيتك. The khashya and consciousness I have of you serves as a barrier from me doing anything wrong. And I want from your obedience enough so that I can go to Jannah. Very important. As Umar radiallahu anhu explains, the balance in our lives comes from two things. You have enough khashya and khawf of Allah, you have fear of Allah, but also you have ta'ah and obedience of Allah. But it's very interesting because as Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam asks in this dua, he's not only asking for khashya, he's not only asking for ta'ah, he's asking for a specific level of ta'ah, a specific level of khashya. So to give you an example, if it's minus 15 degrees outside and it's freezing cold, right? It's freezing cold, and imagine I have a tank top and undershirt. Now, do I have clothing? Yes, I have some clothing on, but when I go outside, is it enough clothing to protect me from the cold? Absolutely not. So in this dua, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is telling us something very powerful. Because I can be a Muslim and I can say I have khashya of Allah, I fear Allah, but do I have enough fear that it protects me and obstructs me from doing that which is wrong? That is what we need. We don't just need khashya. We need khashya so that when there's nobody at home and I have my phone, then the khashya comes in and it protects me from doing something wrong. Or when I am stronger and somebody's weaker and I'm going to do something, I have enough khashya to prevent me from doing that. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, وَمِنْ خَشْيَتِكَ مَا تَحُولُ بِهِ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَ مَعْصِيَتِكَ. I don't just want an undershirt, I want a very thick jacket so when I go out, the cold doesn't affect me. I have enough khashya so that the ma'asi and the sins don't come onto me. That's the first part. Then the second part, وَمِن طَاعَتِكَ مَا تُبَلِّغُنَا بِهِ جَنَّتَكَ. And O Allah, I want obedience enough so that I can go to Jannah. Again, would we not say we have ta'ah? We came here to pray salah. But we need enough ta'ah that it takes me to Jannah. So, let's say for instance, everybody's going to the masjid, so I go with them. So I have ta'ah, I'm going with them. But when it's time for fajr, and I have work in 2 hours and I'm really exhausted, to pull that blanket off, make wudu and pray salah, do I have that much ta'ah or not? The example of this is, if I'm driving from here to Houston, I need to go fill up at the pump. I need to fill up with the gas. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying, when you're asking for ta'ah and obedience, don't just fill up for $3. You're not going to get far, you're going to need to fill up again. وَمِن طَاعَتِكَ مَا تُبَلِّغُنَا بِهِ جَنَّتَكَ. If obedience was fuel, Ya Allah, give me enough fuel so that I can go to Jannah. Not just the ta'ah that when it's convenient, I'm going to read salah. When it's convenient, I'm going to read the Quran. When it's convenient, I'm going to give charity. No, I want enough ta'ah, enough fuel that can take me to Jannah. This is the first part of the dua, a very beautiful dua, and there are many parts, inshallah. We're going to go over it. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam would always recite it. We should try to bring it into our practice, inshallah. Again, the Arabic is, Allahumma qsim lana min khashyatika ma tahulu bihi baynana wa bayna ma'asiyatik wa min ta'atika ma tuballighuna bihi jannatak. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to practice and bring this dua into our lives. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullah khairan wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.